America, how we doing? We're in Missouri. This is part 2 of Covert Trucking, okay? Not so much that I'm sneaking around or anything like that. I'm just trying to not let everybody know where our customers are, because like I said in the previous video, we had I'm not sure 100%, but we believe that somebody was watching this video and learned about a customer and went in and cut the rates on it, and we lost that customer. So what I'm trying to do is make a video here, but not let you know all the particulars of where I'm going and, you know, the customer names and all that. So the names have been changed to protect the innocent. All right, so we are on Highway 36, US 36, going across Missouri. That when I fueled up back here, that was Cameron, Missouri. That's where I pulled in the night before. And going across Highway 36. This will bring us over into Hannibal, Missouri, here in a little bit. Won't really show you anything past that, Illinois and Indiana. When we come back, or the next scene, I should say, you'll notice the cloud cover, and it's totally different. It's actually the next morning, on Thursday morning. Right here, we're in just north of Columbus on Interstate 71, and we're heading up to Highway 30, Highway 30, US 30, I think it is. Anyway, we're going up there to get on and go from there, go east over by, what is it, Wooster? And that's about as close as I'm going to tell you. From Wooster, where I'm not going to tell you where I'm going from there. It's all going to, I went through all the footage and cut out all the highway signs and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully people can't figure out where customer I'm going to. But it is a neat place, okay? I'll give you that much. We're going over to Amish Country, and it's just kind of a neat place to go to. So with that said, I'm watching this Amazon truck up here. I don't know why. He's been in that middle lane for like 20 miles. But he just sits there. He gets out in the middle lane and just sits there. Won't move out of anybody's way. So just pay attention to him. You know, you'll see he's just that tanker up ahead. We're hitting a hill, and that tanker will slow down, and Amazon will get right beside him, and then slow back down. Well, they won't slow down. The tanker will speed back up. But you know, I'm going to have to pass him on the right to get around him here. You know. Anyway, with that, back to the previous video, all the comments and everything. Pam says she appreciates all the well wishes, and get well soon. Not to get too detailed and everything, but Pam had a hip replacement, and she's kind of down on the mobility. You know, can't hardly get around. So I came home to help just lift her out of the chair and get her in and out of bed and things like that. It's just hard for her to move around. Her leg is just pretty much useless right at the moment. And each day gets a little bit better. It's been a couple weeks now, and I can see the difference from 2 weeks ago. So she is getting better. She can get in and out of bed by herself, slowly but surely, but she can't get out of bed. And anyway, so enough about that. She just Pam says thank you for all the well wishes. All right, so should be better. Like I said, if you want to see what a hip replacement is, go on YouTube. I'm sure there's a video on there somewhere shows what a hip replacement is. And the way I envision it, think about a Christmas ham, cutting a ham open and taking the bone out and sewing it all back up and say, okay, now walk. That's what she's going through. Think about all the, yeah. So, all right, here's Mr. Amazon. Let's see who he is. But Mr. Amazon, why won't you get out of that center lane? He sit there. I mean, after I get around him here, he just sits there and he won't move. He will not get out of that lane. New Jersey. The truck's from New Jersey. So, all right. Well, anyway, back up on the dash, and what am I going to talk about now? One of the reasons I haven't done a lot of videos this summer is, for one, I'm just stinking busy. I mean, I pull in at 10 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, take my 10-hour break, and 8 o'clock in the morning I'm back up and running and going and planning and trying to make a lot of miles fit in a electronic logbook. It's a huge puzzle. It's a trucker Tetris. Okay, trying to make everything fit. All right, here's where we're getting off the freeway and getting off on Highway 30, and we're gonna run over to Wooster. This is US 30 we're getting on to here, and or we're gonna run over to Wooster, and then after that, I ain't gonna tell you where we're at. So, been a pretty drive. It's just that time of year where the weather's nice, the fall colors are coming out, and you saw out west in Idaho how the beautiful colors, the trees were changing and everything. Some of the trees are starting to change here in Ohio, not terribly well yet, but they're starting to. And oh, another thing, since I got you on here, got some time to kill. Everybody down there in Florida, today is Wednesday, the day before the hurricane is coming into Tampa, Florida. So one of my moderators, Lisa, she lives right there just north of Tampa, so let's wish her goodwill and hope she makes it through this. A couple years ago, Ian came up through there, Ian came up through there and knocked a bunch of trees down and stuff, but they survived and everything. And then a couple weeks ago, that other Helena, it came up, it just rained on her, I think. It didn't get her, it wasn't a whole bad storm and everything. But you know, also the people in North Carolina, you know, pray for them, because I mean, I don't want to get too political, but I am. Oh, why is it Katrina was all George Bush's fault? You know, George Bush was an evil son of a bitch because of Katrina. Didn't care about anybody. Yet here, Biden and his whole administration, and Harris, and you know, she's part of it, and they aren't doing jack squat for North Carolina. I mean, it doesn't look like it anyway. Maybe they got something going on down there, but I mean, the people that live there are complaining. There's no help, you know, and I don't know. It's just, you know, the politics that are involved with humanitarian, you know, disaster relief. It's sad. It really is sad. All right, well, that's my political thing. I just wanted to, you know, we had a couple hurricanes last week, and then here tomorrow we got another tornado coming in tonight, I guess, so, or hurricane coming in tonight. So pray for everybody and hope they all make it through it. What else we got? Oh yeah, I got to mention Brenda last week when Helena came over. She was kind of in the middle of that. She's up in Georgia. Had a few tree limbs fall and stuff like that, but they made it through okay, I think. But anyway, enough of that. We're getting back into some of these smaller roads now, and these roads just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller as we get back in here. And the funny thing about this place is it's Amish country. We're going to drive by some Amish farms and stuff like that. And I was real surprised when I went back in here about 3 months ago. I pulled in here for the first time, and I was really surprised at how big of an operation, and the main road coming into there, how small that main road. It's basically a driveway, you know, about a mile long driveway. It's a highway. It's a county road, or you know, a small, you know, it's a public road and everything, but it looks like somebody's driveway. And they take semis. It's a one-lane road. You'll see here shortly. And then here's this rolling farmland. We're kind of up on a ridge or higher ground here, right here, and we're going to come into these roller coasters right here. This was fun driving down through here. This road's narrow. As you can see, I'm about half hogging into the other lane, but there's hardly any traffic. And what little traffic there is, a lot of it's buggy traffic. You know, the horse and buggy for the Amish. But it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. You know, the Amish, you know, give them credit. They keep their places nice. You know, they've got. I don't want to say pride, because that's not what Amish are going for. They're not going for pride. They're going for cleanliness is next to godliness, I think, something along those lines. But they keep their places nice, you know, they really do. Now this right here is not an Amish, I don't know. But some of these others, we're getting in here a little farther, you'll see, and you'll see the big barns and stuff. And this is what a farm used to look like 200 years ago, you know. And, this right here, this little pull right through here, I think is beautiful. All these trees kind of over the road. And another month from now, another 3 weeks from now, probably, I've videoed this about 2 weeks ago, okay? So probably by now, these trees are starting to change. And it's probably even prettier right now. But anyway, and notice a lot of these houses, you can see a lot of the signs, and somebody will have milk for sale, somebody else will have honey, somebody else will do, you know, furniture or whatever. And the Amish, they do a lot of that between themselves. They do a lot of bartering. You know, they don't. Well, I mean, they do go to stores and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I've been to Walmarts where they have horse and buggy, you know, corrals out in the parking lot. But I think they barter between themselves a lot. You know, sell eggs and stuff like that. You know, and different goods. Maybe somebody's really good at making clothing, so you know, this lady makes clothing, and then she'll barter those clothing for some eggs and milk or something, or you know, something along those lines. Look at that big old barn, big red barn. That's just beautiful. I admire the Amish. I think if a hurricane was to hit them, I think they'd get along just fine. I don't think they'd, you know, other than tree limbs and, you know, building damage and stuff like that, I think they'd weather a storm or some kind of economic downturn, you know, what do they call it, like a depression or something like that, the Great Depression. I'm sure they got along just fine. They all have gardens, and they do all their own canning and a lot of their own meat processing and stuff like that. These hills, I mean, it doesn't look like it in this video, you know, the camera, it takes away the hills. But you're in a semi going over these, it's like a little roller coaster going back in here. These are all Amish places here on the left and right. Look at that big barn on the left here. And there's a big house. That's a huge house. So, probably a huge family. So, we're getting close to this turn where we're going to pull in here. We're getting really, really close up here. And I don't show the turn because there's a sign for the customer I'm going to. There's a sign on the corner, and I have to cut that out. So I'm going to get up close to this intersection, right there at the bottom of this hill. And I'm going to have to cut the camera. I'll make the turn, and then the camera will come right back on. So, yeah, it's pretty country out here. It really is. I wouldn't want to drive the semi down these roads every day, but it is neat to come back in here once in a while just to see how other people live, you know. There, we just made that turn. I had to cut that out because there was a sign there saying here, turn here to this customer, and I didn't want to have that on the camera. Look at this huge red barn up here. And look at the horses. You'll see the big horses, the draft horses, that's for pulling their plows. On the left there, you know. And then the skinnier, the smaller horses, that's what they use for their buggies. But the big draft horses, they use that for the machinery, you know, the plowing and the pulling hay wagons and things like that. This is all, see the big gardens on the left there. It's pretty. They really keep their stuff up. And I don't understand the camper. Now, not everybody here is Amish either. Some of them are Mennonite. Mennonites are a little bit more modern. They'll drive cars and stuff like that. But here's another flower garden, beautiful flower garden and everything. It's just, you know, you take those power lines out. You take those power lines out and put a Model T driving down this road, you'd think it was 150 years ago, or 100 years ago, you know. So, but we're getting really close. Up on top of the hill, you can see them houses, that house up on top of the hill. Just on the other side of that house is this place. Now look at the road we're on. It's a single lane road. And I got to thinking, after I got in here, I got to thinking, man, is this the only way coming in? And he says, no, there's another way coming in, but there's real tight turns and semis can't go on it. So we have to go, the semis have to go this way. And here it is. I mean, look at all the semi-trailers. We go around the other side, you'll see a bunch of tractors. Or maybe I cut that out. Anyway, they got a bunch of semis parked, the tractors pulled, semi-tractors parked around back. Here's the guy right there coming out the door. He's going to come around there and unload me. And just good people, just all around good people, But anyway, I get over here and unload, and I was just surprised that this business was so big, and you had to go down these little skinny roads to get to it. You'd think the county would widen the roads or something to get, and I guess I don't know, but I would imagine the people that live around there, they don't want the roads widened. They want to keep things close to home and small and non-intrusive from other people and everything. So he's already got the tractor idling here. I'm going to go down and turn around and pull up here, and then we're going to auger it out. And it'll take me about, see how fast I turn that around? I turned that truck around quick, didn't I? Anyway, it'll take about 25 minutes to unload is all. And it's pretty easy, pretty quick. So pull up here and get out, and I'll show you the insides. So I hope you're happy. I made a couple videos for you. I've been really slacking off on the videos this summer. Some of it is my heart's just not into it right now. I'm just not interested in making trucking videos. I figure I'd come up here and help Kirk, make a little spending money, but in my mind, I'm kind of done with trucking. I really am. I'm getting to where I don't want to do it anymore. So once I get out in the van and get to traveling around a little bit, I will probably do a lot more RV or traveling videos, but it won't involve a semi. And I'll have a lot more time to do editing. Like I said, right now, this summer, I have been running my butt ragged. Just go, squeezing as many hours, many miles into that logbook as I can. Trying to make a lot of money, well, for me, but also for Kirk, so he can pay for this truck. That's the whole reason I'm in this truck, is trying to help him pay for this truck. So anyway, with that, we're about done here, and we're going to go back out the same way we came in. Like I said, I can turn left here. He said that road's a little bit better, but you can't take a semi down it because it's too windy, and I think there's a low weight limit bridge down there too. So, all right. Well, we're heading out, so y'all be good, take care, and hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm still alive, I'm still kicking. I'm not trucking for the fun of it, I'm trucking just to help Kirk out. Y'all be good, take care.